Good morning. It is a hot July morning and we are out with Team Unwanted. We've actually just put our lines out. It's just past 8 o'clock. We've been here since 6 a.m., did our peg draw, did our letting around, marker floats, baited up, and yeah, we're all set. Fish are rising. It's looking good. Fish were rising and really close, but they've since pushed out a little bit further. So, some of us are fishing close, some of us are fishing mid-range, and a few of us are fishing even further. I'm fishing about 65, 70 yards. I didn't clip up or measure it with my fishing rod. I just want to kind of fish different spots around my little pocket of bait. I can put 25 spots out. But it should be a good day, and hopefully some fish will come out. Believe it or not, our camera guy, Goldie, of Goldie's Fishing Adventures, is actually fishing this event. So he's going to be filming from his peg. I'm in peg 3. I've got Travis and Jeff to my left, Jason to my right, Armand and a number of others, Zach, kind of in between us and Goldie. Demir's here, Mikey's here, Dave is way down at the far end. He drew lucky peg 13, so he's the furthest away, but he's got a lot of water that's not being pressured. So it'll be interesting to see how the whole day goes. I'm quite excited, and yeah, we'll check in as a little bit more activity happens. But this is the camera from peg 3, so we'll check in and see what's going on in peg 10, and we'll just kind of bounce back and forth through the day. It's going to be fun.
Well, here we are. My first ever Team Unwanted event. Lines are in the water. Ducks are eating all my corn. I'm at peg 10. Nice peg. All by myself here down at the end. There's 3 more guys down that way, but there's a parking lot between them and I. Everyone else, 9 to 1, are on my other side here. So I'm going to do updates every once in a while, see how we do. Right now it's sunny. This afternoon they're calling for thunderstorms, so that should make things interesting. Hopefully they're later than when we have to pack up and leave, because putting away wet gear sucks. So here's to a good day.
Update number 1. Stand under the brolly because that sun is really, really hot. It's actually giving me a sunburn on my legs. No fish out yet. It's been just past the first hour, and I've done a recast, changed up tactics a little bit. I'm fishing a deep hole at the distance I'm at, and the 70-gram lead just, it wasn't holding right. I wasn't confident it was sitting still. There is a little bit of flow out there, and the line's still sinking. I think it might have been pulling my bait back a little bit. So I went with a slightly heavier lead. I'll go over my rig a little bit later. And I also dropped the back lead down. So my back lead is down about 8 feet off that first drop off. Just to pin everything down. There's some drifting weed. I want to make sure that if I get an indication, I get it right away. So I'm a little bit more confident with that part of it. I did switch my hook bait. Again, I'll mention that later when I talk about the simple rig that I have, that I'm using today. But I'm thinking that what I put on is completely different from what everybody else is using. And there's been no bumps yet. Well, the odd knock here and there, but I think it's suckers. We did have a couple really nice big 3-pound red horse suckers come in feeding right in front of us, a rod length out. And they just cruised along. They went right in front of me, past Travis, right over to Jeff, and then disappeared. Jeff did a recast as well. He had some really nice fish boiling to his left, so he put a bait over there. And I would think that we would probably get a take sooner than later. So, very hot, very slow start. But I'm pretty confident a fish or two will come out today. I'm hoping everybody catches. Yeah. It's just hot. Very hot, very tired. I want fish. I want big fish. I want Goldie to get fish. Goldie's turn. He's down peg 10. He came in and checked in with me a little while ago to see how I was doing. He's got ducks diving on his bait, so hopefully he'll come up with a strategy to keep them off where he's fishing, maybe to keep the ducks in closer. Hopefully he'll pick one up soon because he's got a lot of really nice water to his right. Update number 1 complete. Time to just watch the water, see where they start rising again. See who gets the first fish.
Time for an update from Peg 10. Not much is happening. The most exciting thing that's happened so far is a duck flew through 3 of the guys' lines and disrupted everything. But other than that, it's been pretty quiet. It started with a boilie approach. Didn't feel very confident with it, but I'm still using the banana and vanilla boilie. Did well in the evenings, but it's not working really well now, so I've gone back to the corn. So I've got my corn witch with the banana vanilla combination, or vanilla. So hopefully that'll do the business, but these ducks are driving me nuts. They're just diving on everything, so it's going to be difficult with them fluttering around here. So hopefully they'll take off and go bug somebody else for a little while. So that's our 9:30-ish update. Hopefully John over in his peg over there is having a little bit more luck. I was over there a little earlier to visit, and he had a couple suckers maybe 5 feet from the shoreline there. Good sized ones, probably about 3 pounds each. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for some good carp, so hopefully one of us gets a carp and gets off the mark here. So that is our update for now.
Break off. Well, not 10 minutes after the update, Peg 6 took a run, played a really nice fish. Unfortunately, the result is a break off. But it's a good sign, there's some fish moving, and I'm still optimistic. Travis and I both have really nice fish rising just past our bait. Yeah. First hookup, disaster unfortunately, but it's a bite. And, so he played the fish in, it was coming in, but for some reason got into something and broke off. So not much you can do there.
It's update time again. Very little's happening. Our friend Dave at Peg 13, he pulled in a 15.2. But other than that, not much is going on. The clouds are really starting to move in now, so maybe that'll get the carp feeding as this low pressure moves in here. The wind is all over the place too, so it's hard to figure out where that's going. But other than that, guys over there cooking up some food. Everyone's casting out, rebaiting, putting out all the bait that they can. See if they can get that carp to come in for them, but really slow. Very few carp rising or anything like that, unlike before when we got here and they were all up and down. So hopefully it'll pick up with these clouds moving in. Otherwise, it's going to be a really long afternoon.
It is 11 o'clock, so we're 3 hours in. And the first fish has come out to Dave, way down at the end. Like I said earlier, he's got a lot of unpressured water around him. I think the official weight was 15.2, but we'll put a graphic up on the screen when we know that better. Yeah, great job, Dave. Took the morning so far. With a nice quality fish. Nothing to report from egg 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6, right down to Goldie at 10. Just nothing else happening over here. However, the clouds are finally starting to roll in. They were supposed to be here much earlier, and Mr. Weatherman was wrong. And they're a little bit slow, but I think once they come in, they get over that sun, we'll get some shade, maybe get a little bit of a breeze come through, and hopefully it'll turn some carp on. For now, yeah, really nothing doing. Dave got a fish, good for him. See next, keep changing it up. Changed my hook bait a few times, but the rig has stayed the same. So we'll go over that later when it's less hot. Nothing happening to Dave, nothing happening to Travis. Pretty much just a morning of fish stories. Well, I think it's time for another update. It is 10 after 1 in the afternoon, and other than the odd bump and knock here and there for a few of the guys, there has been no further action. Not sure if you can see, but on the other side of the lake there's quite a bit of rain falling. Clouds have moved in and it's cooled it down a bit, so it's a little bit more tolerable to be out. But really, the only thing that's happened is a lot of musky anglers are out casting big blade baits, spinner baits, crank baits, things like that. And we did see one muskie get pulled out earlier when Dave had his fish. But sadly, no carp to report. So about 20 minutes ago, Jeff was kind enough to give me some assistance holding the bucket and loading the spom, and I put out another 30 spoms to finish off the mix that I made up and just loaded it out there because nobody else has been spotting. We all did when we started, and some of the guys have kept the pack bait going in, but nobody else has really just loaded up their swim with bait. And I figured with 3 hours left, why not? So I've just loaded it out there. I've got my bait kind of sitting in the middle of it, and on top of that, I also spotted out a couple spots of boilies and throwing stick, just scattered them all around. So with any hope, I'll get a run. So the weather's kind of looking better and better. It looks like Jeff is making a change of tactics, and he's actually fishing right close in where we've seen some suckers, so maybe there are some carp moving. But who knows? Still just under 3 hours left. you know, before we have to pack down and make the 3-hour drive home. That's Jeff's receiver. He left it in my brolly while he went to go set his rod. Are you done? Yeah, I'll give you another update when there's something to update. Straight and left, eh? No? He's not as far out as he was casting earlier, right?
No, I went 5 feet off the bank.
I know you did. He's fishing closer than he was earlier.
Nobody.
It's a mirror.
Oh, he's got one.
I got mine in my brolly.
You got your scales, Zach?
Want me to?
Put your scales.
Wow, that's
Oh, that's a gorgeous fish.
good mirror.
What's the other one, Wayne?
Female too.
What, Jeff? Or Dave's? Was 15.2. This is going to be pushing close.
I think it might be a little lighter.
It's got a mangled mouth. Look at the mouth on this, buddy. This is what
Look at the
happens when
scales, though.
fast guys. Oh, carp.
Yeah, that's even. Actually, yeah, that might push 15 maybe.
It's going to be in and around there, right?
Yeah, let's go 13 and a half, 14.
Put some method around it.
But you're wrong.
Because it's full of muscle.
I was pretty much dead on with the other one.
Yeah. And then you're saying,
Watch
all
out.
I eat is muscle. Thanks, buddy.
It's a good mirror, man.
I keep hearing Demir.
We all hear Demir because he doesn't stop talking. He's probably angry right now. He ain't getting bites.
It's probably what the f is going on over there?
I feel sorry for the fish's mouth. Nah, it's not even that big.
No, I'm gonna say 14.7.
So in this thing, it's 52.
Ooh.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
What is it? I don't get big fish. Not a big one.
He's saying like 17.4 or something?
17.6.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I didn't feel that heavy.
Doesn't look like it would go 17.
What
That
about
did, yeah.
Maybe the scales are heavier on mirrors.
all the glass?
Yeah. And what we said that was 17? What? 17.6?
17.6, yeah.
Nice box for a scale.
Up here. Here. Photobombing, man.
No. Fair enough.
Come on, guys, what the hell? You gotta unzip it. Because everyone's casting in Pike 7.
Oh, man.
Jeez, Keith. cheese. Put him back.
Proud moment, eh?
Yeah, man. I've raised a good carpet.
Okay, so update time again. It is 1:36, so 25 minutes since we last checked in from peg 3. And it looks like peg 6 took another fish. Well, another run.
Goldie's coming to interrupt.
Why is Goldie interrupting?
I talked to Will.
Yeah?
Apparently that fully scaled mirror's name is the parrot.
With that chewy mouth?
Yeah, he's the parrot.
Okay, so there you go, an update that we just got a message from Will from Peterborough Carping Guides that mirror, fully scaled mirror that just came out of peg 6 is a known fish to this area, and it is named the parrot. As if you didn't hear Goldie just say that already. But what I'm doing is I'm changing things up a bit, because that was aside from the mouth, it was a gorgeous fish. The scales, the colors. This is pretty much what I've been doing all day. Just a simple inline lead, coated braid hook length. Just fished kind of my normal pop-up rig, and boilie and a pop-up corn. I've gone through different boilies throughout the day, and other than one little knock early, there was really nothing else happening. So since nothing's going on other than down there, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this boilie off, and I've got that jar of Monster Carp Licorice Lust, so I'm going to just kind of line this up and put a fair amount of the Licorice Lust maize on the hair, and I'm going to top that off with another piece of pop-up corn just to give it a little extra buoyancy. And I'm going to bomb it right back out to where I was. They're fishing about the same distance I am, so I'm going to run that silicone right up the shank of the hook, so I'm kind of eliminating the blowback rig style. And it's going to sit pretty much like that, or kind of just down. So when that goes up into the fish's mouth, that hook is proud, it's sitting down. And, you know, the split shot's going to help pull it downward, and hopefully the bolt effect will work properly. So there's the rig talk that I promised you 5 hours ago or so. You know, the rain's settling in, so it's time for a change. Fish might be moving around, might actually start actively feeding. So let's put this out there, and hopefully the next fish that comes along come to me or Goldie or Jeff. Not Dave.
Not Dave.
Dave's had enough. No more for Dave. Dave's in exile in peg 13.
Dave's still holding big fish. He didn't buy in.
He didn't buy into big fish, so Dave's still holding on to the pot for big fish. The young lad there definitely is taking the last couple hours. So I think that's
Dave had it till 11, I think.
Yeah, so that's 2 hours that he's going to get, so that's a good chunk of dough.
It'll be about 60, I think, Dave.
Yeah, so yeah, guys are getting some money, some fish are coming out. Hopefully we'll get a few more in the last little bit. So, update out.
Well, time for another update. Might be a little hard to hear this one. The wind's picked up. You can see weather behind me there. Finally starting to move in on us. Fully scale mirror just came out. Beautiful fish. Face was all torn up, looked terrible. Ducks are still plaguing me. They're actually just sitting right over there. So yeah, my day's not going to probably get any better because I just can't get rid of these ducks. They just love what I'm putting in, so that's going to be a problem for me. But with this weather change, maybe a few more fish will come out.
How about another update? 25 after 3, so just over a half hour left of the event. And another wave of rain has come over just to get everything wet before everybody has to pack down. And yeah, since that mirror come out, no more fish. So it's pretty much been a slow day sitting in the Brawley. It's been a great social. Everybody's had a lot of fun chatting, you know, sharing stories, you know, talking about fishing and, you know, everything else. So the social aspect's always the best part about these events. You know, the fishing's kind of a bonus. Really would have been nice to catch today, but you know, I enjoyed myself, got out with my friends. It's really what it's all about. There's still time though. You know, 30 minutes, a lot can happen. Could be 10 fish that come out, could be no fish that come out. I'm hoping at least one comes out right here for me. And then it'll be packed down quick, hit the highway and head home. And yeah, get ready for the next session out, which I think we might be doing some after work evening sessions soon. Heard an alarm, but nobody ran. Oh, must have been a false one. Yeah, some evening fishing coming up, and you know, making the best out of short sessions will be interesting, especially if we start packing really, really light. You know, maybe jungle trudging through a few new spots. So if something happens in the next 30 minutes, we'll let you know. If not, you know, maybe Goldie over in Peg 10 will have something to share. I think for now I'm going to sign off, and yeah, see you at the next event.
Well, it's the end of the event. Everyone's packing up now, ready to go home.